Breaking news. Trump and Putin's plan is exposed by Pence. Shockingly, former Vice President Mike Pence has joined Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in expressing skepticism about former President Donald Trump's claim that he could quickly end the war between Ukraine and Russia if he were still in power. Pence spoke about the Biden administration's plan to provide cluster bombs to Ukraine in an interview with Fox News' Bill Hemmer, where the two discussed Ukraine's ongoing counteroffensive against Russia's invasion. Pence was asked how he thought the conflict would end, to which he replied, "I think it ends by giving the Ukrainians what they need to win." Pence continued by referencing Trump's claims that he could end the conflict in his first day in office, saying, "My former running mate likes to talk about solving it in a day. If you gave Vladimir Putin what he wanted, the war could be over in a day." Concerned about the rising tensions, Pence brought up the upcoming NATO meeting in Vilnius, Lithuania, and warned that further aggression against countries like Lithuania, Estonia, Latvia, and the Baltic region is possible if Russia were to overrun Ukraine and wear down the United States and its allies. He stressed the significance of giving Ukraine the aid it needs to thwart Russian expansion and safeguard these countries in accordance with the NATO treaty. Trump has consistently praised Russian President Vladimir Putin, been ambivalent about backing Ukraine, and predicted Russia would eventually conquer Ukraine throughout the war. President Zelensky, like Vice President Pence, has recently expressed skepticism about Trump's ability to end the conflict. After that, Hemmer asked Pence what he would say to Trump about this in a debate. Pence avoided confronting Trump head-on and instead focused on the United States' strength during his administration. He specifically mentioned the success of the military in Syria, where American forces defeated ISIS and clashed with Russian forces, resulting in the deaths of over 100 Russian soldiers. Pence emphasized the importance of President Biden acting more quickly to provide the Ukrainian military with the resources they need to repel the Russian invasion. "My former running mate often claims that the problem can be resolved in one day. Giving Vladimir Putin what he wants is the only way to end this war overnight. The Ukrainian armed forces are quickly depleting their stocks of ammunition and other weapons. Due to the severity of the situation, Vice President Joe Biden of the United States has decided to provide cluster munitions to the Ukrainian military. This is a type of weapon that many countries, including Australia, have banned due to the dangers they pose to civilians both during and after conflicts." In Vilnius, Lithuania, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese will discuss how NATO, the European Union, and partners like Australia and Japan can help Ukraine counter Russian aggression. On this trip, Mr. Albanese is also making decisions regarding defense capability and industry, including an agreement for the German company Rheinmetall to manufacture over 100 Boxer armored vehicles in Queensland for the German military. To quote the Prime Minister, "This will be one of our largest exports ever. It's worth more than $1 billion to the Australian economy and will secure 1,000 jobs in the state of Queensland. Our economic growth, security, and independence will all benefit from this." Unbelievably, though, the decision is not about helping Ukraine fight its war against Russia. Instead, it's about arming Germany's armed forces for self-defense in the event of a future conflict with Russia. One can only speculate as to how privately Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky is reacting to German Chancellor Olaf Scholz and Albanese praising the deal for the jobs it will bring and the security it will provide, especially in light of the fact that Australia has found to provide its troops with obsolete personnel carriers and retired special forces vehicles.